Hey guys, it's Andrew from Locomotive Logic. Recently I shared a design for some Aero mods for the MX5 which you're seeing right now. We got quite a bit of interest. It really surprised me how many people were interested in seeing it become a physical product, and thank you so much. In the interest of sharing and giving back a bit, I wanted to explain some of the thinking behind some of the design decisions and talk about the specific problems that I'm trying to solve. Some of them are a bit more technical in nature, while others are aesthetic. Starting with the front of the car is quite a good place to begin. I think that when people are beginning to make modifications to their car, a front lip or air dam is something that is usually at the top of the mod list because it makes a big visual statement, but designing a front aerodynamic device has its challenges. First of all, any change you make at the front has downstream effects. If you change flow characteristics at the front of the car, you are going to have some impact on the rear of the car. Nelson Phillips over on his channel shows how adding an air dam can increase rear downforce. Adding a splitter, however, can severely increase the amount of lift in the rear. He uses some CFD to go over how some of this happens. I'll leave a link in the description. Everyone's setup is a little bit different, so part of the brief for the front Aero is to create a modular solution. This lets you tailor the package that you want. Not everyone is looking for outright downforce. With that said, there are a few things at the front of the car that we can do to improve anyone's setup, no matter what your goals are. If you look at the 3/4 view of the bumper, you can see that it aggressively slopes inwards and tends to push air below the car, creating lift and adding drag as it attempts to make a sharp turn to enter the underfloor. Some of you want to see some CFD, so let's do that. If we draw a comparison with new production cars, you won't see any of this scallop that the MX5 has. If anything, they're actually quite flat to avoid this exact problem. We can take the nuclear option and totally cover up the front lower section of the bumper, and that will solve the problem entirely. We can see this in track-specific MX5s, where they use a large sheet of plastic to cover the bumper. I'm of the opinion that there's aesthetic value in trying to retain the original design elements. If we can avoid covering large sections of bodywork, that would be preferred. Any lip or air dam will help to negate some of this effect, even the OEM style or GV lip. But we can do a better job of stopping that air from attempting to enter the underbody by extending the lip parallel to the floor in this region in particular. You can see that the air dam extends up the bumper to slightly cover the inward sloping angle, and replace it with more of a flat section to further help with efficiency. Another place that can be improved is the region of exposed tyre. This is something that is a definite no-no, and a source of a lot of drag. Any air hitting the tyres here will add to the phenomenon called tyre spurt, and potentially reduce flow attachment downstream. This problem is only worsened by fitting a wider wheel and tyre combo. One solution that is commonly employed is to use tyre spats that extend outward, perpendicularly from the bodywork to physically block air from interacting with the tyre. While effective, I think that a well-designed solution can be made that complements the bodywork a little bit more, and possibly provide a smoother transition. In contrast, and though I wouldn't recommend it from an efficiency standpoint, there are people that don't want to cover the tyres because they like the aggressive look of an exposed, meaty tyre. This is where time was spent designing modularity into the parts. Right now you're seeing how far the air dam extends out from the bodywork to meet the edge of the spats, and it looks improper from a visual standpoint. To have the air dam sticking out in space without those spats present clearly doesn't work as a modular solution. To solve this, I've refined the ends of the air dam in isolation of the spats and spent some time reworking the spats to include an air dam extension. This modifies the profile of the air dam with a cover. This spat/air dam extension will be made as one single part. And though it increases the complexity of the mold required for the part, I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. So there we have it, our air dam with optional tyre spats. This is only one half of the front Aero solution. Stay tuned for part 2 where I discuss the splitter and the mounting solution. There will be a lot more to discuss technically, so make sure you subscribe if that's what you're into. Thanks for hanging around, I'll catch you in the next video.